What was once thought to be a peaceful, secluded resort somewhere in America, Silent Hill is actually the worst nightmare anyone could wake up to. Haunted by an ancient evil, Silent Hill is home to demonic and disfigured creatures that roam the streets and buildings and can completely shift between reality and the decaying otherworld. Gamers were introduced to this innocent-looking town in 1999 with Konami's release of Silent Hill on the PlayStation 1. In it, you assume the role of Harry Mason, a widowed father who was passing through the troubled town with his daughter Cheryl. She went missing after their car crashed, and Harry was forced to make his way through mysterious fog-filled streets and deserted neighborhoods. Gamers soon discovered that Silent Hill, the town and the game, was unlike anything they'd seen before. From the dynamic camera angles, to the disturbing creatures, to the dark and disgusting environments, to the strange and scary sound design. The first game tossed you in between realities and forced you to question which was real.
Was I dreaming?
Silent Hill was more than the survival horror label it was given. It was a psychological head trip gamers had yet to experience. The demented adventure was not a bestseller due to its abstract story and gameplay, but it definitely found an audience. Anyone looking for a 3D action adventure that pushed the narrative boundaries of video game storytelling had a game they could enjoy, but never completely understand. Konami released Silent Hill 2 on the PlayStation 2 in 2001. In it, gamers returned to the homicidal hamlet as James Sunderland. James had also lost his wife, but received an invitation from her to meet at their special place.
Please promise you'll take me again, James.
The plot continued the series' goal of putting characters through their worst nightmares, only to discover the truth about themselves. Utilizing PS2 technology, the second installment made huge graphical leaps in character design, environment textures, draw distance, and directional lighting. And the haunting storyline delivered plenty of the twists and graphic images fans were expecting. These loyal gamers were discovering that games could be about more than just collecting coins and completing levels. They could be metaphorical, philosophical, and give whoever played them a deeper and more thought-provoking experience.
It doesn't matter who I am. I'm here for you, James. See? I'm real.
The first two games dealt with characters being drawn to Silent Hill. For the next two, the town reached out to desperate people who had some previous connection to it. Part 3 followed Heather, the adopted daughter of Harry Mason. 17 years had gone by since the events in Silent Hill 1, and her past had just caught up to her. Heather was a unique heroine, as she didn't fit the big-chested, scantily clad stereotypes seen in most games to date. She looked and dressed like a normal girl, and the story of 3 was more about her character than her physical appearance.
Don't talk about my dad like that!
The fourth installment was not intended to be a Silent Hill game. It wasn't until after pre-production that Konami decided to add it to their long-running action horror franchise. Connections were then drawn to a serial killer mentioned in Silent Hill 2, and the game was released in 2004 as Silent Hill 4: The Room. With new controls and modifications to the item and map menus, the game was just as frightening and twisted as its predecessors. Henry Townsend lived near Silent Hill and awoke one day to find himself locked inside his apartment.
Let me out of here!
No one could hear him, and there was no way out except through a strange hole in the bathroom wall. Henry had to travel back and forth between his apartment and the hellish madness of Silent Hill to discover the mystery surrounding his bizarre incarceration. It wasn't the most warmly received title in the franchise, but it certainly continued Silent Hill's psychodrama with its unique story and gameplay. Unlike your average video game series that has returning characters furthering the plot, Silent Hill is one of the only connections between the story's 4 chapters. The haunted town has become a character itself, and it's the reason gamers keep coming back for more. With 4 memorable games and a cult following of gamers, Silent Hill is about to make a dangerous jump to the big screen. For a change, the movie looks to be a faithful translation of the celebrated horror series. The film appears to carry the same tone, atmosphere, sound design, terrifying creatures, and heavy storyline with plenty of the unanswered questions fans love. Hopefully, it'll set a standard for video game movies, and a much larger audience will get lost in the small, quiet town of Silent Hill for the first time.